1992 Juba Massacre was a horrific incident that claimed the lives of hundreds of innocent civilians. The violence and bloodshed left the community in shock, fear and despair. In the aftermath of the massacre, the people of Juba were forced to confront the devastating consequences of the event and grapple with the question of how to rebuild and heal their community.
Friends tanin alkan yao rujal to monkan siluzato tanin ashra medisa lemen mutu tanin traumatized lemen mutu ketir yani bika nas goonu sumana sa ita indu yal kanta dakol fi hajar zede ita bijo mutu tabisibu yalle.
Dr. Grang pulled out his pen and said since 1983 he has never declared war. He is now declaring war on Juba on the 25th of May 1992. I was in a parade, and so he pulled out his pen and signed and codenamed the operation. It was called Juba Operation Jungle Storm. And so we were ordered to go to Juba and capture Juba by Dr. Grang himself. And he was the commander-in-chief ordering the forces to attack Juba in 1992.
So this evening I'm coming to visit one of the widows of the 1992 Juba Massacre. This is where she stays, and we are going to discuss about healing after the incident of the 1992, which has left many struggling on how to heal and forgive. So with us, we are going to meet Hafsa and some of her colleagues who support each other in terms of pain when they want support to help their children, raise them and mentor them in a right mannered way. So come with me and see what Hafsa has to say. Salam. Salam, tamam. Salam. Shukran. Okay, thank you. How has it been?
You're welcome.
Thank you. Salam. Kwesi? Bedke? Najai ni. Shukran. Bedke? Okay. Ana mawaduru. Shukran.
Zaman kan hasil kalam de ana kan fi Khartoum. Ana safir bes بيومين يوم نمرة 3 yao gobudumon yao biga jibule na kabara Khartoum gal jamade gobudu lada na zato kan fain ana waga tahet arfana silana fi coordination officer na kura fi coordination tano kan kelim gali mata nezil beta oko taka algerib ma coordination office asanta basu makabar tanna bukun mon ka kan zato bukun ka hanu indo elim na se kalas gidda beru mon der go buduma.
The fear of her husband committing suicide forced Hafsa Dehia to flee to the north. She had just had her fourth child when her husband asked her to leave for Khartoum, giving her a life-threatening condition. The heartbreaking situation unveiled itself in Khartoum after 2 days on arrival. Hafsa was not the only widow. Fardesha Charles Ladu, the chairperson of the 1992 Juba Massacre Widows and Orphans Association, was one of the many. After a long duration of silence, the move, which would change the narrative and help the widows, orphans and survivors with support from people who suffered the same act, was started.
Families were not knowing what happened to these people. There was no any news about them, and even people were not to talk about the event. People are not to ask. Then the situation was like very difficult security-wise. And then we continued like that up to the time when we heard that the agreement is going on well. When these women heard that the agreement is going to succeed, the one of Naivasha, then the widows started gathering themselves. They started gathering themselves and they started coming together one by one, and they established their list and they started forming the association. But of course it was in fear. And then when the agreement was totally signed, they came out. We went, we wrote slogans, we went to, to receive the rebels when they were coming in for the first time. Then from there, the association became visible.
Fardesia, along with other women, started getting information, gathering them and establishing their lists in fear.
Some of us were really suffering because out of stigma, you cannot talk, and out of fear, people were just there. But when we started forming the association and we became a group, so it became light for some of us, because we are now able to talk, to console ourselves, to talk. Because like me, when I'm in my house, I will think that maybe I'm the one suffering, I'm the one with the problems. But when we come together and everybody talk about her own, then things become lighter. And even some of us were able now to go out and talk, but before it was really difficult. But after coming together and opening out the issue and talking to people, we get a lot of support from even some of the relatives, and even us as widows, among ourselves, we started consoling ourselves. Then we started registration of the association, and even some people started looking for an organization that can help us.
The pain and news of different people disappearing, Hafsa explains the depth of her struggle.
Ahal zato gikafuna. Ahal zato biga gikafuna widows. Mon kan mon jale na fibet. Yani mikin bukura bisilo kaman bekatolo. You see? So mafi support kulu. Anna besi agi struggle na gina gamerisa algamo lekemata algamo sunu mehia makan zenas mehia magija ze bezaman mehia kan go in percentages kaman. Yani kan sab.
In order to heal, families had to let go of the unimaginable pain and memories of the 1992 Juba Massacre. Churches and mosques have supported them in standing firm, believing in the holy words that give strength and encouragement to daily life and communities.
The community and as a people, we must forgive in order to be free, and also let God, bring peace in our midst. Because God cannot access us unless we obey Him. Because He said, you must obey me. That is in the book of Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. It tells us, when you hearken unto my voice, and listen to me, and do what I tell you, He said, I will enthrone you above nations of the world. So we are promised prosperity for our community. Once we do that, there is success within our lives and within the community, and the impact of God's love will be seen.
For 3 decades, the survivors, widows, orphans and relatives of the victims of the 1992 Juba Massacre commemorated the lives and the sacrifices of the victims. The families and survivors strives hard to be able to forgive and heal, with the calls to the government to be able to recognize the efforts of the victims and to hold accountable the Sudan's government for the injustices they committed.
We have forgiven these people because God said you have to forgive. So we have forgiven them. Although we suffered with the children, we have forgiven them, and our children also. Some of them have trauma up to now. We thank the new government. We just wish if they can consider us and recognize us. These people who died, they died, but nothing is done to them. Not even appreciation by only calling their name over the radio or during the memorial prayers for the martyrs. At least they should recognize these people. These people did not die just like that.
Meeting Hafsa at her home, A story of other mothers who were left young to struggle with no answer tells us the lives of the families of the 1992. To her, recognizing the effort of those who were killed, disappeared, or could be an answer to her questions. To Hafsa, forgiveness is key.
Dear viewers, we have come to the end of today's episode. Please join us next week, same time, same station, for the next episode. Until then, I wish you all the best. I am Adia Gildo. Keep it locked for more programs that will be coming your way on Juba Echo TV.